Hello, my name is Michael Ramos, and I have been in the real estate world for, well, my entire life. My family and I have done it all and seen more from real estate sales, construction, and property inspections. And in all this time, what fascinates me the most about this industry are the people and how they changed their dreams into realty success.
This program is brought to you by City Home Inspectors, your one-stop shop for all your home inspection needs.
All right, hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of From Dreams to Realty Success, where we share inspiring stories of the top achievers in the real estate industry today. Today we have Manny Nevarez. Manny has has been a licensed realtor for 5 years and is the owner of Mannys Real Estate Investing. He's also brokered with Extreme Realty. Extreme Realty had just opened up their third location in Berwyn, so they're growing really quickly. I was actually in attendance of the grand opening you guys had, and that was really cool that the mayor of Berwyn came out and everything like that to help you guys cut the rope. And you guys know how to party, I'll tell you that.
Right? Yeah, it was amazing. It was such a pleasure and honor to have the mayor in our grand opening.
Awesome. Yeah, so I had to mention it because I always I try to attend all those grand openings and all those events, trying to just to see like who's all coming out and everything, and kind of see. But yeah, you guys, that's a great location right there on Oak Park and Cermak, correct?
Right in 21st and Oak Park. Right.
Nice.
Cermak.
Right there. Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, so I do have another segment I like to get into now. It's called A Letter from Betsy. So for those of you that don't know, Betsy is my mother, and she's also the owner of City Home Inspectors. She's been licensed for over 21 years in Chicago and the surrounding areas. And so she really does study the market and everybody in it. And this is some of the words she had to say about Manny. So Manny is a true professional and very articulate. He truly shows a lot of care with his clients and his professionalism. Clients are in great hands with Manny Nevarez. So yeah, that's some of the words Betsy had to say about you, Manny.
So nice.
So kind of just want to go ahead and just jump right into it then. What were you doing before you got into real estate?
I'm one of the persons that has done everything. I'm always more multitasking. So when I joined real estate, I used to be the owner of Property Health Project. Property Health Project was an organization to help homeowners with their property taxes. We help homeowners to file appeals and exemptions most of the time to lower their property taxes. And that's how I got into real estate. Most of my clients thought that I was a realtor because of the name of the company. So used to come to me and try to persuade me to help them buy or sell properties. And I was like, I'm not a realtor. And they were like, well, the name of your company is Property Health Project. You must be a realtor. Right, so yeah. I ended up helping in a way or another way. And then I decided to just get my license since I love it since the first showing.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, cool. So you said you've done many things. Do you have other licenses out there that we don't know about yet?
You know what? No, I don't have other licenses. However, like I said, I was doing the property taxes. I have done the auctions. I help a lot of my clients to buy properties through the judicial sale, which is the most famous right now. But I also have Mannys Real Estate Investing. Oh, sorry, that's the one we're talking about. We have Mannys Rehabs. We've been doing rehabs for about 14 years. And I also own, at this point, 2 mechanic shops. They're called Alianza Mufflers and Brakes with my partners, Lugardo and Hector Garcia.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So mechanics, so cars and houses, huh?
A little bit of everything.
You think about it, everybody needs both. So those are 2 smart places to be in any industry, is auto and housing, that's for sure. My next question was what made you decide real estate? But I guess it's coming from your clients saying, hey, you already have the name, might as well.
They almost forced me to do it, yes, and nice. I'm so glad that they almost forced me because I love it.
Nice. Okay, cool. So then, so I want to go back 5 years, right? So when you first got licensed, what were some of the lessons you learned at the beginning of your career, some of the little mistakes or whatever that stuck with you, and you've been implementing the correction ever since?
But there were a lot of things, I think one of the first ones that I took more personal is that it feels like everybody wants to help you, but then when you actually need the help and you ask for help, people start to ignore you. Not a lot of
Mm,
agents are willing to help the new agent. So that was one of the biggest obstacles in the beginning. I almost helped a client to buy a house that it was sitting in a flooding area, and I didn't know that that area was in a flooding zone. So in the office that I was working at, they never told me that I needed to fill out the disclosures and all that. So we almost ended up buying it. Thanks God, but
mm,
we realized the issue before closing, and we were able to cancel.
nice, nice. And then there was something else I wanted to ask because I know I hear your accent. So you're not originally from Chicago, correct?
Correct. I got to Chicago in 2000. I'm from Mexico. I'm actually from Durango, Mexico.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so 2000. So you've been here for 22 years. So okay, yeah, just just that's something I always like to ask. Where'd you guys come from? And then, so what about Chicago from Mexico? I mean, there's so many other states out there. Why come to Chicago?
My family was already established here in Chicago, so that was why we decided to move here to Chicago with the rest of the
Okay,
family.
right, right. Because I know Carla. Was she already here? Like because I know she doesn't really have an accent. So Carla's on a past episode for those of you that don't know, and I noticed that between you two, like you have a thicker accent than she does. So I wondered, was she born and raised here, and you came from Mexico, or?
No, it's just that she got here when she was like way younger than me.
Ah, okay, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. That I was already like, as a teenager, and she was still a little girl.
Ah, okay, so yeah, that makes it easier, I guess, to adapt.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that another thing that helped a lot there is that Carla went to school here. I only went to school in the United States for 8 months. I went to
Oh,
Morton West.
oh wow. Okay,
Somebody.
yeah.
So English that I can speak right now, I learned it in those 8 months.
Wow, that's crazy. Interesting. Okay, so then from there, what made you decide to go with Extreme, or like because I'm guessing when Extreme, because how old is Extreme now?
Extreme is over 20 years old.
Okay.
However, when we have the economy went down, and we have all this foreclosures and all that, so Monica decide to put her office like in hold, and she wanted to work for this other company as an agent. That's where I met Monica. And I'm with Monica because I'm very loyal to her. I remember I was at this other company. It was someone else sitting right behind me. I was very new in the business, and I turned around and I asked that person if they could teach me how to use the MLS. And that person said, "I'm not your money broker. You're not supposed to be asking me." And he got really
Mm,
upset. So I got freaked out. I was very new agent. I was the new person in the office. So I don't know what to answer. Then Monica was walking right next to me. And she was like, "What do you need?" And I was like, "Well, I need to do a search." And she was like, "Well, just do it." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to." So
mm,
she taught me how to do it right away in there. And then she asked me, "What time you'll be here tomorrow?" And I was like, "I'm not sure." And I was
mm,
still, kind of shy. And then she was like, "Well, I'll see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna be meeting you every day until you learn how to use the MLS." And she was, I appreciate the fact that she was staying late with me in the office because she usually don't work late. She likes to be her with her kids. So I truly, truly appreciate that she took the time to teach me how to use the MLS and a lot of stuff as a realtor that I wasn't aware of. I feel that she was doing it. She was just truly doing it, with the heart. She was not getting anything from me, and I appreciate that. So, like I said, I'm very uh, persistent to going with the person that helped me in the beginning or when I needed, and she's the right person. She helped me when I needed, so now I gotta stay loyal.
that's one thing that I'm like from doing these podcasts and speaking to so many realtors. One thing I'm starting to realize or starting to hear a lot of is mentorship is very, very important. If you could find a good mentor that's willing to work with you, and like Manny said, like she wasn't expecting. What can you give her? besides, man, hey, I can't take care of this client. Can you? There's nothing to gain, but if you can find somebody that's willing to just take that time and just teach you, those are hard to find because that person. I actually had somebody, um, that I know that does podcasting, and I kind of was asking them like, hey, I want to do it. Like, can you give me some tips? And he's like, yeah, man, you got it. I was like, okay, but what should I use? And he's like, don't, you got it. And I was like, so after like my third question, I was like, okay, I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, okay, just figure it out. But yeah, it's funny how that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be that person who is willing to help and that one who is not willing to help, or.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so then, so basically kind of goes right into my next question. The next question was like, what are some of the benefits of joining Extreme Realty?
Well, here at Extreme, the main thing that we can offer, or that I feel that we offer the most, is a lot of help. We do a lot of one-on-one training. As a new agent, I believe that that's what you need the most. You need more than one-on-one training. When someone joins Extreme and they're a very new agent, I like to take these people with me to do showings. And the way I handle it is that I like to take the new agent with me for the first three showings. And I always tell the agent, what you're gonna do within those first three showings is you just gonna go with me, you're gonna open the door, you're gonna turn on all the lights, and then I'm gonna take care of the rest. At the fourth showing, we're gonna go up together again, but then I'm gonna do what you've been doing. I'm gonna open the door, turn on the lights, and I'm gonna let you do the rest and see how you do it. If the agent get nervous, that happen very common, or they get stuck, I jump in and I provide the rest of the information. But I try to push the agent to learn how to do it out in the field, because that's where we get everything. I feel that what we get out of the book, we really don't use it that often as the experience that we get in the field. And that's why I like to do it that way.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, like, and I feel like that's with every profession. I feel like the books in every profession is how not to get sued. It's not how to do it. This is how you keep yourself safe.
Right.
Especially with real estate and inspection. Because even when it comes to home inspections, a lot of the stuff on the test is like stuff that I'll never see. Like wood shank roofs or metal roofs or in ground pools. We don't have those too much in Chicago, but they're still on the test because they have to be. Yeah, very interesting.
Right, right.
And then okay, so then when you're interviewing agents, or let's say somebody just got licensed and they want to join Extreme, what are some of the qualities you're looking for when you're in that interview room?
When I'm interviewing a new agent, I always ask the agent what they want to do. Because if they got their license just because they think real estate is fun, or because they want to do their own flips and stuff like that, that's not what we're looking at Extreme. Of course, if you come to us and you tell us, I just want to do my flips, of course, we will guide you and take you to the right way. But we focus more on agents who wants to be successful in real estate. We want to take you to the next level. We want to help you. We will always be there trying to support you and guide you to the right way. Try to prevent you to go through the same mistakes that we may went through when we started as a realtor. So that's what we offer here at Extreme. And like I say in the grand opening, when you work at Extreme, it's not the typical real estate office, because here you see that everyone treats you as a family. It's weird. We're weird here at Extreme. We are always willing and ready to help whoever's needing help.
Yeah, yeah, and I could see that too. Like I was at a seminar at your office, and the amount of joy and happiness I felt in the room, it was very welcoming atmosphere when I was there for sure. I was like, wow, this is, I didn't mind being there. Like it was a couple hours we were there. I was like, this is great. I can hang out here all day. So yeah, you guys definitely breed that positivity area whenever I'm in the room with you guys for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, we try our best. We also try to help our community and work with the community, give back to the community, because we got all this because the community put their trust on us. I personally can tell you that 90% of, if not more, of my clients, they're Hispanics. And I have a lot of stories, but a really funny story is that 2 years ago, I had a closing in Kankakee. The wife was white, the husband was Mexican. And then I asked her if she could leave me a review. And then she said, sure. She got into my Google. And then she said, Manny, these reviews are fake, right? And I was like, no, they're not fake. And then she was like, it's only Mexicans in here. I explained her, most of my clients, they're Hispanics. And that's what I get to when I said that we have got a lot from the community. I work a lot with the Hispanic community. I'm a DACA recipient, and I focus a lot on helping DACA recipients get their dream home. I would say we're dreamers. Let's find our dream home.
Hmm.
So, when we had all this issue where FHA was not giving us loans to buy homes because of the FHA and we needed to go conventional, it got a little bit harder, but we never stopped, looking for this DACA recipients to try to get their home. Like I said, I focus a lot on DACAs because I feel that I'm there, I'm in their shoes, so I know what they feel. And I like to help also a lot of the I-teens because I have been there. I remember the first time I tried to buy a home, I already owned a property health project and I had more money in the bank than what I need for the purchase of the home. But none of the banks wanted to give me a loan because I didn't have a social. And it feels horrible, it's horrible. And I also noticed that most agents don't want to help you if you have an I team due to the fact that when you have a social, it's almost for sure that you're going to close that deal. When you're working with someone with I team, then in those cases, it's like 50-50. And I feel that and nowadays with markets this hot, most agents try to focus on something that they know for sure they're going to close and rather than taking the risk of taking 50-50 chances.
Right, right. Oh, that's. I mean, I didn't realize you were a DECA recipient. You're actually the second DECA recipient on the show. So we had another one before, Luisa Martinez. So for those that didn't see that episode or are unaware of DECA, can you kind of explain what DECA is?
Sure. So DACA recipients are the kids that got illegally to the country when they were kids. And, we grow up here, we either went to school, open business, or stuff like that, that allow us to get us a permit, a work permit that we need to renew every 2 years.
Hmm. So and then basically in order to qualify, you have to like have high school grades. Like what do you need to qualify for it?
To qualify for a DACA, you're supposed to get into the United States before the age of 15 in 2008, if I'm right.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, cool. All right, and then I also wanted to get into your how you spoke about giving back. I know Extreme Real Estate, Extreme Realty, and you as well. I've seen that you've done stuff in Rockford. You do stuff all over the place. Can you kind of explain, like, tell us some of the things you do and some of the organizations you're a part of?
Sure. I mean, we've been doing a lot. So yes, this year we did El Dia del Niño in our office. We hire a clown. We also have ordered a bouncy house. Unfortunately, because it was raining in the morning, they couldn't turn it on because
Hmm.
of the hazard of the being electric.
Right.
But we got the cloud. We brought a lot of toys. I think we got like 250 toys. Um, we also hired a Mickey Mouse from La Dulce Vida Neveria, who actually brought ice cream for the kids. It was amazing. It was a great turnout. We had about 80 people to show up to the event. Um, we actually were surprised because it was such a bad day. It was so ugly outside. It was raining that we were not expecting that much people, but they show up. But we also were the founders of El Grito de Bolingbrook. So we were the first ones there doing the Grito, the Independence Day, basically,
Hmm.
for Mexico and Bolingbrook. Then we went to Rockford. We stopped doing it for a while, but now
Okay.
we're trying to get into it again. We're actually working in neo festivals that we will be announcing soon.
Awesome. Very awesome.
Yeah, and we try to do a few other things here and there. We help. We work a lot with the pastor here in Cicero. His name is Al, and sometimes we go out, we clean the streets, we cut garbage, we pass donations. Those things, we don't really talk about it because we don't. Since we do this to help the poor people, or bad areas. When we go clean the streets, we also give, when we help as a volunteers passing food or toys, we have never put any pictures or anything up there because we don't want anyone to feel that we are building an image out of the suffering of the poor. So
Mm,
that's why you have never seen those pictures. But we have great projects with the pastor. Yeah, so to help, people who is actually in need. We actually have a trip to Mexico where we gonna take toys for the kids there. We still don't know how we gonna do it. We have someone who actually was gonna donate a good amount of toys. Now that person is telling us that they may not do it, but we still want to do it. I work out this. I'm working this project with Carlos Botello, a good friend of mine. He's from Chihuahua, and we want to take these toys to Chihuahua. There. So,
nice.
but if we don't do it that way, we still want to do it. We still gonna do it one another way.
Hmm.
So we will be posting everything in Facebook.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook so you can be on top of everything.
For sure. Yeah, and like I get what you're saying about like not posting when you're giving to the community, when you're doing those things. I mean, and I understand completely. But I kind of want to give you like another vision though is cuz I feel like I hear that a lot. People say, "Yeah, don't post it, just do it." You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to post it. You're just trying to get famous from the suffering. But it's like that's not your goal. Your goal is to help and to inspire, correct? So I feel like posting it on there, showing it, maybe, some people are going to think that way, but others are going to be like, man, you know what? I want to give back too. And you might inspire somebody to also join in and help out in any other way. So I always like recommend that, maybe not show the person you're giving it to, but say, hey, this is what we're doing today. You know what I mean? And post some of it so that people know, because I feel like that's going to inspire people to want to get out there and do more for their community as well. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Right, right. Yeah, no, I mean, I have always grown with the saying that, don't ever let your left hand knows what your right hand is doing.
Mm.
So that's why I haven't done it that way. But I'm actually, you're the second person to, tell me this. Actually, the pastor that we're working with, he was like, well, if you don't want to be in the picture, just take the picture of the kids, take a picture of the toys. You don't have to post your face.
Hmm.
But it's just a tough thing to do,
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get
I
into the
get it.
position where you're not sure if that's the right thing to do or not. And so far, I have decided to not post it, but hopefully in the next events, I start posting some
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, because it'll help. But then people are like, man, they're awesome. Then people see that stuff. You know what I mean? So it works out. Okay. So I got two left for you. They're kind of my fun ones. So what would be the thing that you love most about your career today?
About real estate.
Yes.
I love to be showing houses. So since we own the Mannys rehabs, and also we own a construction company. When I go there and do the showings, I love to steal ideas from other people. You know, I look at this amazing house and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I'm gonna do it in my next project. It's awesome. I never thought about putting a bathroom in this little space or doing this in the kitchen. So I love that. I love that. And the other hand, there are other houses that I get there, and I'm like, oh Lord, whose idea was this?
Yeah.
I would never do anything like that in my house. So
Right.
that's what I like.
Yeah. That's very funny because it's like, yeah, okay, so you get to see what you want to do and what you're not gonna do. So
Yeah.
that'll definitely help out. That's really funny. That's a cool way of thinking about it. Okay. So besides real estate, is there anything else you're passionate about?
Um, I love vacations. No, no. You know, I love everything that is related to health. Like I love to be a volunteer like everywhere. There's no place that they haven't called me and they're like, I need a volunteer, and I'm like, well, call me in and call three other people from my office. I don't know who's gonna go, but I'm gonna find three other people to go with me.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm always willing to help.
Okay, so giving back
Yeah.
is a passion. Awesome. Okay, great. Well, yeah, that's all the questions I have for you today, Manny. Thank you so much for coming out and speaking with us today. I know the market's crazy right now, so whenever I could peel you guys away from your job to talk to me, I'm very appreciative of it. If you want to take this time now to kind of let the audience know what's the best way to reach you or your office.
Sure. You guys can contact me at 708-712-1632. Once again, the number is 708-712-1632. And my office location is the 2102 South Oak Park Avenue here in Berwyn. We have other locations. We have another office in Elmo Park and another one in Midway. We can always arrange to meet in the office that is closest to you if you want that. Just give me a call and we can schedule an appointment.
Awesome, awesome. Well, again, thank you so much, Manny, for coming out today. Thank you for everybody that took the time to watch this great interview. This is Dreams of Realty Success. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you.